Yes.
You out of your mind.
I'll tell you what, I fought at 143 pounds. I wasn't ranked number 9 in the world at 145.
When you, I didn't know too that the Mike Guyman knockout that you had was your last fight.
That was it.
That was your last fight.
That was my very last one.
And
man.
you want to talk about killing somebody?
Yeah.
I thought you killed him.
Yeah.
That was
I wanted to, but
that was my first Bellator fight I've ever seen.
Oh, you were there.
That's why I remember it.
Oh, that's cool.
Knocked the living fucking shit out of him.
It was a lot of emotion riding on that one, man. I had, recently lost my mom before that fight.
Shit.
And I was kind of, I was just on one. I was in a little tailspin for a minute. So they reached out to me and was like, I needed something at the time. And they hit me up asking me if I wanted to fight here at home. And I was like, I'm with that,
Yeah.
And they offered me Mike Guyman. I knew they were trying to build Mike Guyman up. And I thought, man, I'll dust Mike Guyman off, dude. Like, let me get that one. So I actually had a 3-fight deal with them. But I told myself and I told my family this would be the last one going into it. And I just walked away from the contract on a win. And I purely did that last fight just to kind of like vindicate myself, you know what I mean? I just had to feel like I was on top one more time. And
Mike Guyman's a big dude. He was like 6'1", maybe.
No, he's a lot bigger than me.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, it was a lot. I was a big underdog on that one, man. And he was bumping his gum a little bit, in interviews and stuff like that.
Was a little heat going into that fight?
It was a little bit, man. They tried to snake me on one interview where, we're talking on the interview or whatnot, and then like he's on the phone too while they're asking me questions about him and shit. They're like, oh, by the way, Mike's on the phone now. I'm like, oh,
they're trying to set some shit up.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I said it. That's what I'm gonna do. So it was a big win, man. It was a good fight. I was actually losing the fight. I lost the whole first round. And we kind of knew that was gonna be the case, that he was gonna come out, go hard for a first round, and then he'd probably gas because of the weight cut. And
well, he kind of jumped in really awkward into your hit.
He did.
And then he got cracked.
He did.
And then you just add a little sugar to that.
Yeah, man. That was like that extra, like, I told you, bro.
What was he saying? What was he saying prior to you guys fighting?
That I just never fought at that level.
Oh.
He's been in the UFC. And I'm like, man, I've broken to the top 10. I went and I've beat some very formidable opponents. And here's the thing about me, win or lose, you're not going to fight me twice. I always tell people that. Like, you could beat me, but I'll guarantee you won't say run it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was one of those guys, and that was like, that retired him. That was it. They actually put I was on the Netflix thing came out called The Hurt Business. They were talking about that whole deal and that whole fight. And
what was that documentary about?
It was actually about the injuries in the sport.
You would be highlighted.
Yeah.
I heard that fool's brain fluid leaked out of his head.
Yeah, they made me out to be a fucking villain. They didn't even call me and ask me about the shit. That was the cold part.
Oh, really?
They could have called and asked me. I could have told them that I felt terrible, because I did feel terrible. My family know I felt really bad.
Nobody feels great about that shit.
Nah, once it was over, I was like, fuck, because he had to actually go to surgery from the arena. Like, we got to take you in right now to go fix some shit. And once I saw the documentary, I thought, man, they really played me out to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
And didn't give me no chance to like talk about it and say how I felt, because I did feel bad about it. And, my family felt bad about it. They're like, hey, man, we don't want to see that happen to you, so I think you should retire. That was my mother-in-law. She said, I love this. She hated it at first, but she became one of my biggest fans.
Yeah.
She couldn't stand it at first. And after that fight, she said, I just don't want to see that shit happen to you.
I physically can't watch a friend fight. It's hard.
Uh-huh.
So after I started, just people start going to MMA, and then like even watching so Andre Sukumtat, right? Like after I met him in person, we started conversing with each other. After that, it was hard for me to watch him fight.
Really?
It's just my stomach starts to turn.
Yeah, like I get it. You get nerves.
I get nervous for them.
Nerves.
It's like I'm in the cage, and I'm like, like when a buddy of mine, Ron Skolsding, when I saw him first.
I know
fight.
Ron.
You know Ron.
We fought Ron twice, right? Hey Ron, we need that back.
So Ron hits like a fucking semi truck.
He fucking hits hard as hell. I'm not gonna lie, man. Funny Ron story, man, because I know you know Ron, and he fought our boy, this kid Chris Fajardo, out of our gym, right? Him and Ron in the ring, man, and Chris sets Ron down, like sat him down. I'm like, hell yeah, we got him, dude. Because they were like, he had beat our guy before. So he knocks him down. Crowd goes crazy. Our guy runs over there to go finish the fight. Ron gets up, cracks our dude. Our guy goes down. It was just one of those fucking fights, man. I was up, high emotion, like, oh, we got it. It was like, and then Ron finished it. But it was one of those spectacular fights. But he's a beast, man. I got to give it to him.
Ron hits
for a little guy. He hits hard.
I think that's the thing that people don't expect out of him, because he's a smaller guy, but everybody says the same shit about him. Like he hits like a fucking truck. Which is fucking insane.
That's like me. I'm the same type of guy. Like I can hit, and that's what a lot of people don't want to run up on that, because it's pretty crucial.
When I was just watching that fight, like I feel like the UFC has changed a lot in terms of like damage that a fight